first African team in a World Cup semi-final. Wow, guys, wow. Morocco won, Portugal nil, and yet another shock in this World Cup. This World Cup is delivering, and my goodness, Morocco deserved to win the game. And I did say going to this was going to be a difficult game for Portugal. This Moroccan side have not conceded a goal at all from, they conceded one, and that was an own goal. No one has actually scored against them, opposition goal, etc. It's going to take something magic. It's going to take something special. But the way they were just able to effectively shut down this Portuguese side, my goodness, man. I mean, shout out to obviously, the likes of Hakimi and Ziyech, but Amrabat in that midfield, absolutely fantastic, man. Although not that Shida Brick who got a red card. The guy she needs to stay away from the Moroccan side. Bruno, who's obviously the fantastic goalkeeper, made some fantastic saves to keep them in the game. Because as far as Portugal is concerned, I mean, I know people be clowning Ronaldo, and fair enough, he's actually put himself in that position to be clowned. But at the end of the day, you got to get it done. What I will say is that, and I think I was saying before the game that just because you score a hat-trick against Switzerland, i.e. Ramos, doesn't mean you're going to replicate it. And sometimes when you put a target on your back, it makes it difficult to deliver in subsequent games. That's the whole thing about being a young player and consistency. Young players come up, that's the difference between, the likes of, Ronaldo, Messi, Mbappe, etc. is that it's about consistency. And if you don't have that consistency, yes, you can deliver braces out of times, but can you do that consistently? That's the difference between a world-class player and an occasionally good player. And unfortunately, Ramos just disappeared in this game. Shout out to the City players. They were all frauds. Diaz, Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, ghosted, all frauds. Gone, disappeared. They need Pep. They need Pep to be good. Without Pep, average at best. Bruno, it's painful seeing Bruno and Dalot go out this way. I really wanted them to do, and there is a future for Portugal. The Euros, etc. Even the World Cup, but it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be much harder, I think. The reality is that Morocco thoroughly deserved this win, and for me, this is not so much about Portugal losing or about Ronaldo's career, whatever. This is actually about African football. Okay, Africa are going to get 11 spots in the next World Cup. That's one thing. So we've had only, I think, 5. They're going to get another 6 spots for this upcoming World Cup. So we're going to see, more of the African talent coming in. But not only does it put the African world, the Arab world on the map in terms of the potential that football has in this region, it shows the passion of the continent, of the nations, and also brings up hope to the fact that so many of the other confederates, the Asian Confederate, the CONCACAF Confederate, and so on, that trust in the homegrown manager, trust in some of the homegrown players, trust in your fans, trust and have an organized and passionate team, and you can go and do bits. So some of the teams that you could see in this World Cup that had potential going forward, that were young, like Japan, like USA, for example, even Saudi Arabia, etc. These teams, that have potential can go on and do greater things, so they just need to continue believing in themselves because you can be like a Morocco. I'm happy. First African side in the World Cup. It's brilliant to see. Come on, Morocco. I hope you guys win this.